Brothers and sisters, how are y'all doing? I hope everything is okay. I hope I'm praying for you. If I can't, I can't do nothing for you else. You know what I mean? But I can speak positive affirmations to the heavens and all earnest in my heart. I can hope that something good happens for you, as I do for myself. Having said that, man, we gotta talk about this stuff. It is time to expound on this situation. See, I was gonna re-upload a bunch of videos that I did already, but I figured nobody would really understand, so let me explain myself. I made this series of videos roughly a year ago called Corporate Greed. And in the corporate greed, I explained how, and in one of the videos, I explained how the trade war was going to be used to offset the world economy and pretty much cause a global recession. Now, I don't go in full detail, but I bring it up in short. What's awkward is this. What we're seeing right now, what we're witnessing right now, is corporate greed meets karma. The Chinese scientist who died a month and a half ago, who was in fact the guy who blew the whistle on the coronavirus last year, that gentleman, salute. Because even if he was part of the team of people who created a mutated strain of the SARS virus that they're now calling COVID-19, the man did have the wherewithal to tell the public, hey, this is what's coming. So when it happened, it wasn't like, oh, nobody could do nothing about it. What I'm saying is this. The least likely of all the scenarios that I could have possibly believed, and I remember a long time ago saying, like, I remember me saying specifically, a pandemic is the least likely of things to happen. And this is where we're at. But these are things I was saying that could crush the, ruin the world economy and pretty much make everybody go crazy. This was one of the things I said. And, not like I'm prophetic or anything like that, but it's awkward now to be in a position where a time more than ever, something that seems so obscure is very relevant. And the lessons that I had laid out in the corporate greed are now playing themselves full value. You see, this price gouging thing that we're realizing with people going, all this hysteria, people going shopping and buying as if they'll never eat another bag of chips again, it just tells you how people really think. See, people are so stupid, they can be told what to think. Can you dig that? Let me break that down to you again. People are so stupid, they can be told what to think. Now, everybody's saying that this COVID-19 thing is not the flu. Okay, check this out. If it's not the flu, and it's not pneumonia and anything else like that, we need to see a case-by-case, like the same people who are keeping the numbers of the virus, we need to see case-by-case flu counts, pneumonia, and any other seasonal illnesses that take place. And then we need to see all the people who have the coronavirus, the flu, pneumonia, and the likes. See, that's important information. You see, it's pertinent information to the situation. So that way people can understand that if this really is some sort of different outbreak, how we can differentiate it. Because if I tell you right now that to me COVID-19 might not be anything but the stomach flu, come on, mixed with some other flu symptoms, come on. Stomach flu will take you out. It'll kill you. Quickly. It'll kill you. Because anything dealing with your digestive system automatically deals with your immune system. People forget this. The older you are, right, the weaker your immune system is. So let's just imagine that all these people over there in Italy, Iran, China and the likes, especially the older populations. Let's say most of them have stomach flu type symptoms, and let's assume that the coronavirus in its worst stages has stomach flu type symptoms. If you're an old person and it's attacking your digestive system, it's attacking your immune system, chances of you making it shoot way down. See, this is something that nobody's talking about. I'm not saying I know everything, but let me go ahead and throw this right here out. I was the first person and the only person I heard say out of my two lips, and I didn't even make it a point to speak about the coronavirus until now. I skimmed over it, if y'all don't remember. I skimmed over the whole surface. This COVID-19 thing, nobody can convince me that it's not just what I'm saying it is. A flu with the stomach flu type joint. I would be hard pressed to not know that. See, but people will be like, well, how would you know it's the stomach flu, Misha? How would you understand that? Don't worry about that. Just know that your boy was the first one to talk about hygiene. I was the first one to talk about hygiene. Me, not nobody else. Trust me, I listened to a lot of those videos about COVID-19. First dude to talk about hygiene. I brought it up in passing one time. Now what they talking about? Hygiene. Because it takes them that long to learn. When I tell you guys I'm way ahead of the curve, I'm not lying to you. I'm so far ahead of the thinking curve, it's a shame. And if people who had real followings actually dealt with me the way that they're supposed to, information like this wouldn't sit idle. People would get it and they would understand it. Like, okay, it's possible for one person who specializes in generalizing his research to understand all these different little things so he can connect the dots. This is what I do. This is what I don't get paid to do this. It's what I do. I love it more than I love anything else. Understanding, comprehension, that is my favorite thing. There's no thing greater than that. That goes with all facets of life. To be a great warrior, you must comprehend. To be a great father, you must comprehend. To be a great partner, lover, whatever you think that to be, you must comprehend. And I'm telling you right now that the level of comprehension these governments and these people think they have, at best, is average. And your man's is telling you right now, most of those people who've died have died from the stomach flu or stomach flu type symptoms. They can tell you it's respiratory. They can tell you it's listen, your immune system, listen to me, your immune system is what keeps you safe and healthy. If you get the stomach flu, anything messing with your digestive tract automatically messes with your immune system. We all know this if you learn anything in school. So check me out. What makes you think that it's not the stomach flu for real, for real? See, I haven't even said nothing. I'm going to break all their bubbles wide open. And the COVID-19, the real reason it's around is so that way they can blame the recession on, I told you guys, they had to blame it on something, anything. It's coming. It's coming. And look, the Passover is in 13 days. It starts in 13 days. You know what I'm saying? 14 actually, April 1st. That's when the Passover begins. I told y'all, man, just be aware for this time of the year. I remember bringing that up. You know, I was talking crazy like the Ides of March, but really, look where we're at. Now it seems not so crazy. My people, while I still have your ear just for a moment, because I know you're tired of me preaching at you. You know, like he hasn't said anything. Actually, I've said a lot. The numbers they're giving you are fake. They're not real numbers. The only numbers you can go based on are the so-called numbers that they have in the States. And then once again, you need the flu counts. You need all the other seasonal illnesses to compare to it, to a chart to say, these are all these things. This is corona. This is the damage it's doing. Otherwise, it's bullshit. And for y'all to not be able to see that makes you a victim, okay, of a sick ass game. telling you. While I sit here and I think to myself, what will it take? What does it take for people to listen? And to actually say, okay, what did this brother just say? This brother just said, hey, look, they have no tangible information to show you the other illnesses and the deaths that have happened all throughout. So look, the scare should be there's already been this many number of deaths from these seasonal illnesses. The coronavirus now potentially adds a force multiplier so exponential, you know what I mean? It can't even be quantified. So if it's like that, but you didn't realize I said all that, huh? But if I have to say that, that's pathetic. That's garbage. See what I'm saying? Right. So if I just say to you that you need to see the numbers, okay? That's me saying all that right there. You need to see the numbers, all right? You need to see the actual physical proof of it, okay? If you're telling me that every year old people do not get sick and die during the flu season, during this time of year, you're lying. If you're telling me that young children don't get sick and die this time of year, you're lying. The only difference with this virus is that it affects a particular group of people who, listen, worst case scenario, the elderly population. So that's certain parts of Gen Xers and baby boomers all the way back, who's ever still kicking. That means that all of them would be in viable danger. And because the young people, see, this is what the problem is now. Because the young people are not in danger, a lot of them are carrying on in their normal ways and means. I shook this guy's hand the other day, the old white guy, like the people in this, you know, I went to this job interview. Long story short, I didn't get the job. Wasted time and gas. Anyway, but me and the old white guy, we don't give a damn, you know. And the other guy that's in there, he's all trying to like bump elbows and stuff. And I'm thinking like, we ain't in no fucking kitchen. Excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? I don't got no blood on my glove or, whatever, what I'm talking about. You know, that's how you get down in the kitchen, you know. That's how I got down as a hot dog man on the street. Unless I got mad love for you, I take my glove off, shake your hand, dap you up, everything. But, if you want to move, bang, 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 you feel me? Give me some love, That's how we do. But I'm like, they don't know. That's like dap. I don't want to dap nobody up with my elbow. Nigga, I don't know you like that. That's just like the old school dudes don't normally tell you this, and I don't mean to caveat. We'll get back to COVID-19. Quick caveat. Ask a real old school black dude. They used to never dap white boys up. Back to COVID-19. Check this out. Why is it that they got the whole shit shut down? Yo, this martial law, right? This baby martial law, they just trying to usher it in without nobody even saying nothing. Like, and everybody grabbing for their peanuts because I told you, this corporate greed, they done ran the whole world into the ground. The whole everything. See, look. You have to pay somebody with something. Like, it costs physical, tangible dollars to do a job. Right? Money, whatever, coin. Okay? It costs coin. Can you dig? It takes something to get that done. You won't get it done for nothing. And people are at the point where they're starting to realize that their coin doesn't have the value that it should. So they're frustrated. Okay? And you have other people who work so long for the coin and don't have any coin. And they're frustrated. Then you have the other people who have all the coin, and some of them have the mind, while they have the coin, to give some coin away so that way they're not seen as ultimately greedy, but they can't give away enough coin to fix the situation because there's not enough like-minded people with coin to change it. And those who have the coin who are not willing to change anything, they're willing to give coin to those who need coin to protect them from all the others who don't have coin. It's a deep paradigm now, y'all. I don't want you to get lost with me. This is COVID-19 we're talking about. All right? And it's allowed. See, now the power struggle really just happened. And a massive power shift really just happened. Because for everybody who went out there and went apocalypse shopping, Man, do you know how bad you just lined their pockets? Do you know how bad you just, not how good, how bad? It's so much money overflowing for them right now, right? Now they're trying to figure out ways to divvy this stuff out. And once again, I told you that the one with the coin not going to give out the way that they should. So they're going to hoard it and pay other parties who don't have a coin to protect them from all the other ones with no coin. It's going to get real before it gets fake. This isn't biblical to me. This is not biblical. Let me get something for you. We're going to go to Deuteronomy 28, okay? And when we're in Deuteronomy 28, verse 60-ish, right? We're going to do something that we should have always done, you know, which is acknowledge how great the Most High God is. And listen to this. We're in 28, and this is verse 60. Here we go. And he shall bring upon thee all the pain of Egypt, all the evil pain of Egypt, of which thou was afraid, and they shall cleave to thee. Stop. Verse 61. And the Lord shall bring upon thee every sickness and every plague that is not written, and every one that is written in the book of this law, until he shall have destroyed thee. Stop right there. We're going to read that last part in a second, but you're going to get what I'm getting at. This pertains to black people to me. What they're going through, the problems that we have already are the problems that we already have. Okay? Sickle cell anemia, diabetes, high blood pressure, hypertension, all sorts of cancers. Okay? The HIV/AIDS thing. Once again, look, if the Most High God told you through his messengers, right on, listen, let me read that to you again. It's not man-made. These dudes are conjuring up evil old spirits and stuff like that. It's deeper than you think. I can't get all. It's about spectra, right? Just know that. I've been telling you about spectra for forever. Man, I wish I could just show you guys my mind. That would be so much easier, but we're just going to have to read. Verse 59. Then the Lord shall magnify the plagues, and the plagues of thy seed, great and wonderful plagues, and evil and abiding diseases. So this can't be corona, because this ain't got nothing to do with us. Would have been around and would have been on our black asses. And he shall bring upon thee all the evil pain of Egypt, of which thou wast afraid, and they shall cleave to thee. So everything that you're afraid of now, all the things that you fear now, are the things that your people feared back in Egypt. Keep that in mind. Verse 61. And the Lord shall bring upon thee every sickness. What? Every sickness. And every plague that is not written. So the fact that it's not tearing black people up means that this is most definitely, I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, let me keep pushing. And everyone that is written in the book of this law, until he shall have destroyed thee. And ye shall be left few in number, whereas ye were as the stars of the sky in multitude, because thou didst not hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God. Stop right there. I don't need to read nothing else about that. The rest of the Genesis is coming. I'm about to do a marathon these next couple days. It's really just this next day. Read everything through, the rest of the world from where I'm at. And I'm probably not going to take too many breaks. And I'm just going to finish it out. And we're going to see what happens. How about that? Now, COVID-19. If you guys heard what I was just saying to you, the Most High God made it clear that all these diseases he would make clean to the people. Well, here's the funny thing. This is how I know that this is not from the Most High God, and that Du Yang, who I told you about earlier, who died in the hospital, right? Conjuring up some kind of damn spirit in the lab. Not a spirit meant to tear us up, apparently. I'm sorry, whole world, I'm sorry. I know I know the whole world wants my sympathy. I want to see evil destroyed and killed by any means necessary. And if it means that the comfort that I've grown accustomed to by means of living in the most evil and wicked empire to have ever faced, to have ever been on the face of the earth, and by their abundance of all things, I have been allowed to enjoy these things, but not in the nature and in the fullness that they should be enjoyed, nor in the manners that they should be enjoyed, and all the applications that I cannot speak to right now in this current moment. I want to see that over. There's nothing that I want to see more than that. I haven't done anything to these people, and yet they persecute me. By reason of, not because they've done anything just or righteous, but because they're afraid to get sick and die. They've canceled my court for the time being. You see what I mean? I would only get fortunate enough for this to actually last until my ARPA's over. And I mean, you know, what is this guy going to get the juice to come down here again and get another one filed on me? You see what I'm saying? It's this sort of living that I've had to endure makes it to where I can watch this happen and I feel nothing. I know I should feel something, and I feel bad for everybody who this has affected financially. My finances have been stunted for a long time. You know, I made considerably less money last year than I would have made at any other time. I mean, the last years I've been living here, I've made less money. I even made more money in 2015, which was a down year for me, because 2014 was a pretty good year. 2015 was a down year, and I still made more money that year than I did last year, I'm sure. So, you know, I'm a little upset about that. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you have a down year, and then your down year is better than a year. I mean, but you know, I got all this stuff going on, so I guess I can't complain too much. But yeah, you know, I didn't make not nothing, but I didn't make bread. So, you know, I know the difference. Trust me, I know the difference. But anyhow, how can I? Why should I feel bad for the world getting what it wants and what it desires? This is what corporate greed does. Corporate greed tells Chinese men to kill animals that would otherwise be a faithful companion, and if not, it's man. I mean, I just don't. I can't understand it. I can't understand it. I'm trying to make sense of it, but now when I mean it, and these things go back to the books of you know, to the books that are in the scripture about dietary stuff. Leviticus for sure. There might even be a little bit more in Deuteronomy, you know, but just all throughout the scripture, just all the constant reminders. Once what is clean is distinguished from the people. And once again, this didn't happen overnight. This wasn't just an overnight process. You know, once again, I can't explain it all, but I can tell you what I understand and what I perceive and I've observed. And what I've observed is what I've told you so far. With that said, let's just go back and run it all down one last time. COVID-19, whatever it really is, seems to be, to me, a stomach flu virus more than a respiratory one. None of the people I've seen with it they don't seem to be coughing and yakking up. I guarantee you it's the inside, it's the internals, it's their intestines. It's in the bowels. I'm gonna tell y'all that's the truth. You don't have to believe it. It's okay. I would rather them not believe it. That would actually be easier. Having said that, though, I've taken up a lot of your time. I don't want to take up any more of your time. Plus, I want to get to reading and start knocking that down because it's going to take a couple hours. However, man, I love you guys so much. All my people, you know. For anybody else who comes around here, I enjoy your presence and your company. But just know, man, when I do this for my people, because for a group who've put forth so much to what the planet enjoys now. Um, and for those of you who've never ever actually heard me say full all out that I believe that my people are the seed of Abraham, I'm quite sure I've said that. And if I haven't made that clear, let me make it abundantly clear right now. We're the only group of people that the entire, listen, we're not talking about patents or stealing somebody's inventions or doing anything conniving, right? Or what they call a competitive, right? Never having to engage in any kind of form of wickedness or foulness and achieve great things that the entire world benefited off of and continues to benefit from. Through us is the entire world blessed. Through my people. Can you dig that? Through my people, through my people who have done the most, all right, in the four corners of this earth. Can you dig that? But in a particular corner, tucked away in this place that they call America, have they blessed this world by being able to produce so many people who have given inventions to this world that have life. We've given life to people. We've given life to people. Once again, through Abraham's seed is the entire world blessed. The greatest man that I can think of right now that I've ever known to live in the last 100 years for sure is George Carver. There is, I keep trying to tell you guys, George Carver has no equal. He doesn't. I'm sorry. Lewis Latimer's not even his equal. He's for sure a lower tier character compared to him. There is no equal to George Carver, not one. With that said, I salute you. Appreciate your time.